Jyothika and Surya, I am so thrilled to have the power couple of Tamil cinema on Film Companion. Thank you. Thank you for making the time.
Thank you for this time.
I was just thinking, this must be such an exciting time for you, right? Jyothika, you've just had a release, Udanpirappe. Please forgive me if I've totally mangled that name. I'm hoping I got it right. And Surya, you of course have Jai Bhim coming. What is the house like right now? Is there nervous tension, or are you two just veterans and you've seen too many Fridays now?
No, still excited with each and every project. We still have those, we get nervous and a lot of feedbacks, a lot of calls, all that is happening. So yes, the same excitement as whatever happened 24 years back, it's still there.
So jitters and all fully.
Yeah, actually, each time, I think in this stage of your career, each time you're experimenting and trying something new. So it feels more tension and how people are going to receive it and what are they expecting out of you now. So it's in layers. It's a lot of tension with every release. We're still learning.
Who's the final authority at 2D? Who gets to have the final say that we're doing this and not doing that?
It's both ways. I decide my films, and both of us decide his.
I admire her clarity in thoughts. So I just go by that. I just wait for that one drop to come. What is that final word she gives? And I like it. So we wait for that one word from her.
So it's all you, Jyothika. You're the boss.
No, it's not me. It's just the newness of a thought. That's it. And I think 2D gets attracted to that. We also love new talent and people who are coming up with stories out of the box, one-liners which haven't been made as yet. And we're just trying our own way, to experiment different kind of small one-liner films which work in a big way.
So like Soorarai, Pottru, I knew this was a different attempt. Soorarai, Pottru, I thought it was special, but she said don't even think, just go, take it. This you don't get it. So she was more, bang on that idea. And
so you had a little hesitation about the film?
Not hesitation at all, but we knew that process is going to happen. And yes, we have to invest a lot of love and this is going to be a beautiful journey. It's going to be a very different film from what I've done before. So all those ifs and buts and questions, what all should happen around it. That we usually build up, how to make this more engaging, more interesting. And yes, it's going to be a new world. But she said this is going to be something else. That was that one line which she was able to completely say, you plan your own things, you do all things and worry about so many other stuff, but this is going to be something else. That gut feeling, this is going to be something else is immediately picking on something that very naturally and very casually happens with her.
Well, you bang on because it was something else. It's such a wonderful film. So, what's interesting to me is that in some of the key films, the milestone films in your career, like, the Singham series or Kaka Kaka, you're playing characters who are very much part of the establishment. You're playing cops. And in fact, you've said in interviews that cops have told you that they became cops after seeing those movies. That's how effective those characters were. But with Jai Bhim, you're very much against the establishment. Is this part of your process also personally because this film agrees with your politics? Have your politics changed? Or was it just a script that you really loved?
So many things happen around us. You hear about so many things around you. Sometimes one question will come and hit you hard. What are you doing about it? So Jai Bhim is one such question, and we are trying to answer that. It's 80 kilometers away from my place, my house, from heart of the city, just not even 80 kilometers away. And there is a huge community still living without a ration card, without electricity, without community certificate. And they're not allowed to sometimes get into a bus, and they're not allowed to get into their village. And they're not allowed to wear chappals, and they're even if they are old, as 80 years old, here they say Vada Podi. So they are called Vada Podi only, even if they are 8-year-old. So somewhere, I think it's always nice if we know our past, our future will be even better. We both are inspired by true stories, true instances. And this was a fantastic thing came our way. And That's why Jai Bhim, and that's why Chandru, and that's why advocate and not the cop.
You're both also, I think, very concerned with the messaging in movies, right? Jyotika, you've talked in your interviews about how when women especially leave your films, you want them to feel respected. But movies are also about storytelling, and there has been some criticism, especially Jyotika, about some of your films, that the messaging overpowers the storytelling. How do you two try and balance that? Because you both said that the messaging of a film now is very important to two of you.
Right. So a story is always the hero of it's always in the focus. So a film is picked because the story is good. And according to me, films are a mere reflection of what's happening in real life. So each and every film, including Udanpirappe, my last film, is a true story that is a reflection of how people are. And I personally feel that we are at a stage where we influence a lot of a common man, because we do have an impact on them. So when you feel there is something like something in villages which is traditionally still followed, which sort of needs to be set right, or you want to give your opinion on certain things which can be correct, I think it's not no harm in saying it through films. And I also feel it's very different. I mean, you're watching 90 films which are not giving a message. So why do you want to watch 91? I mean, there is something good to say. We're not opposing anything. We're just saying things we want to say right to the audience. That's it. So for me, yeah, the message does matter. Very frankly saying, it does matter, because there are a lot of good things to be said and followed.
And definitely, those are not our handwritten dialogues. Those are written by the directors, and whatever we are connected with and convinced with, of course, we don't say that.
Like for example, in Udanpirappe, we had said that, in villages, for the hair of the family, the men are remarried, when they don't have an inheritor. So the men are remarried. So why not the women? So we have questioned things like this, which seem to be, which look like a message, but actually you're just trying to set things right. You're like, yeah, why? Many people are not aware that a boy or a girl baby is the responsibility of a man and not a woman. So I feel these are the things you can educate in a film in a very subtle way, and why not? It's no harm. It only does good.
What I found fascinating was that in the early days of the lockdown, Suri, you said that you actually watched videos on how to improve as an actor, which I found amazing, because you've been an actor since the late 90s, okay? And you're still hungry to get better, and you're watching master classes on how to act better. And you always say in all your interviews that Jyothika is in fact the better actor, which is also amazing. How do you keep this hunger alive?
I don't know. I genuinely, I got scared. I felt very upset watching my films, previous 4-5 films, where when I entered the dubbing theater, because that's the most, I don't see my rushes. I don't see the edited footage. So the first time I go and watch my work is at a dubbing theater on the screen. So I'm not happy with what I saw. I was not happy to start a dubbing. Something about that was very mundane, very boring. And I thought, like, what am I doing? I keep talking about this to mother, and I keep troubling her. I keep telling this to everyone. But there was something which I wanted to break. I was getting bored with what I was doing. I definitely, there's a lot of schools, a lot of way of approaching a character and all that. But I think that whole atmosphere itself, I wanted to change. I wanted something to shake me and change. That happened with Sudha. I think she had watched all my films, and she put all those clips and limitations. Don't do this, don't do that, don't do no, let's do this, and that got me excited. It was like one fresh air for me after 24 years. Soorarai Pottru again gave me that excitement to be an actor, to be very active and be excited about each and every day and go to a shooting. So Sudha was a big help to get me to look forward for good content, to go excited for a shooting day. I think all happened, and Jai Bhim again continued. So Gnanavel is like a student reporter. I met him, and he is much younger to me, and also he's a person who helped me start Agram Foundation. So to suddenly see him from my office and like a like a close friend suddenly directing me and asking me to act like this, start action, no, do this, one more, I want one more, and all that. It was a very new experience for me, that 40 days, and he surpassed all the expectations as a storyteller, as a dialogue writer, as a screenplay thing, and getting performance from all the actors and preparing the actors for the stage. And I don't know how he got everything right. This is what I believe. I really enjoyed doing Jai Bhim, and Jai Bhim will be a very important film in my career. I'm not talking about whatever now. Now we don't have to worry about the box office success, collection, but this will stay in most of our hearts for a very, very long time. So that's the kind of film I think we have made, and I'm happy that I am not holding back, and I can just tell this frankly. I'm not making something which is
Money
failure,
earner.
money earner, or something which will not fall. Like I always build up. Okay, let's have this one support system. Let's do this. Let's do that for a film. Now I've let go of all that. Now I think, trying to follow my heart more, little more.
And Jyotika, how frank are you as his closest confidant and critic? When you are embarking on something like Jebin, which for an actor is extremely demanding, can you watch a scene and say to him, "No, this doesn't work"?
Yeah, we're absolutely transparent with each other. And I think we just see a film, or it's from the signing stage itself, actually. When we are commenting on each other's work, we agree, disagree, we also take our own paths, we also do what we both believe in. But yeah, that transparency has to be there between us. I mean, that's the stage one for the company also. What you're doing under the banner, it needs to have a good battle of opinion. So we're very transparent.
She's like this toughest professor in your college. You cannot
No.
get those marks. You cannot get those grace marks. You cannot impress this professor.
He's a fabulous actor. We just have fun because, he's the kind who comes, even after giving a fantabulous shot, he's the kind who will come and say, I should have done this, and, I should have done that. And so now, and I'm the kind who's giving an average shot and saying, I did so well today, let's. So it's like, it's fun. We just know, we work together so much.
She likes her first take. I like my last take. It can be my 17th take also, but I like my last take. She likes her first take.
Yeah. So
and she can...
yeah, we are just opposites. And yeah, we're very transparent. When it comes to work, definitely. He gets a bit scared to tell me if I'm bad, but I say it.
Why does he get scared? Do you not take criticism well?
No, it's a husband-wife thing.
No, the final argument will always be won by her. So,
what do you want people to take away from Jai Bhim? What would be for you that thing that they should keep in their hearts as they exit the theater?
We can be selfless. You don't have to always think about you, your immediate family, immediate friend circle, and live only that life. Sometimes if there is something which you can do to help another person, and it goes a long way, and it might be a huge change in their life. And if you watch this film, that's what it will say. The character name is Sengeni, and everywhere there was silence around her. And where that silence took her, what it led to will be said in the story. And what if one man is able to lend his voice and stand for this girl, and what a big change he can bring in. And to be that strong change maker is not going to be easy. To stand by the truth, to stand for that fight is not going to be easy, but it must be done. We wanted to tell the case of Sengeni, which happened for real, and also celebrate Chandru sir, who's been among us in the society, and how a lot of unsung heroes should be thanked, appreciated, celebrated.